Hi guys, how you doing? Thought I'd just come out and give my instant reaction to that. Still yet to hear from Eddie Howe inside the press room, but yeah, look, a bad night all round for Newcastle. As bad as it gets, really. That felt thoroughly depressing at the end, actually. The ground was half empty. It looked to me like Newcastle could have pretty much played all night and not scored. Strange, really strange. All the talk before the game was how many are Newcastle going to win by. Look, I don't think for a second that the players believed in that and thought that they were going to go out and brush West Ham aside. I mean, Eddie Howe was at pains on Friday in his press conference to say West Ham are a good side, and look, they have got good players in there. Jared Bowen, I thought, was outstanding tonight. They have got decent players, but I think if Newcastle are going to do something this season, they have to be winning matches like that. They really have to be winning games like that, and I just felt they were all over the pitch. West Ham were the better side. Thought they defended brilliantly, never gave Newcastle a sniff. Yes, Isak scored early on offside, and it obviously was close, but other than that, they just looked solid. Isak never looked scoring really after that. He had a couple of chances. He had that one towards the end of the first half as well, but I thought they defended really well. Thought they battled in midfield with the better team in the middle of the park, and I thought they looked dangerous every single time they went forward in the break in the second half. And I think, I just think for Newcastle, it's a really bad sign that they but it's been a number of times now when they've put on performances like that. It reminded me a lot of the Brighton game recently, when they should have won that. They had the chances to win it. Their conversion rate was poor. They looked leaky at the back. There's just something not quite clicking. I don't know if it's maybe there's a little bit extra pressure playing at home. I just can't come to terms with the fact that they beat Arsenal here, beat Chelsea here. Yes, a weakened Chelsea team, but still top level players on the pitch. You go down to Nottingham Forest, who are flying, and you win that comfortably. And then against a team like West Ham, who are struggling for confidence, can't buy a win themselves, manager under pressure. There was talk tonight from a few people that if West Ham had lost tonight, Lopetegui could have gone. So there was real pressure on them. The pressure wasn't on Newcastle. Was there maybe a feeling that they would just swat them aside? I don't know. I don't think so. I just think that West Ham turned up and they were the better team. And I think what makes it even more galling for Newcastle tonight is they've been beaten with a really strong starting 11, really good options off the bench. The bench looked phenomenal tonight. Great options on there, ability to change the team, bring in forward-going players right across the pitch. I thought the bench was strong, and that's what we've been asking for some time. That was what Eddie Howe was desperate for last season when all the injuries hit. And I think to have lost that tonight is really galling, especially when, West Ham are missing players as well. Kudus wasn't there, Füllkrug, their summer signing from Borussia Dortmund. They're missing some top players as well, and I just think for them, it was comfortable. It was comfortable for West Ham at the end, and as I say, Newcastle I felt could have played all night. I did feel as well, the substitutions. Look, the manager's going to get criticised if he doesn't make subs or doesn't make them early enough. I thought tonight, I don't know if it was maybe a little bit early, some of the subs, and the reason I say that, it's okay for me saying now in hindsight, but you finished the game there with Anthony Gordon, Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Willock, Joe Linton, all on the bench, all on the sidelines because they'd all been brought off. And when Bruno got injured, obviously, he came off and there was no midfielder really to come on. He could have brought an Almiron on and left it top heavy without any midfield. He eventually had to put on Kieran Trippier at right back and move Lewis Hall into midfield too. So the game finished with Tonali and Hall as your two central midfielders, and Newcastle were getting outnumbered in there. So it wasn't desperation, but I just don't know if maybe the subs were just made a little bit too early. There was still plenty of time in the game, and I thought Willock didn't have the aggressive first half, so I think he took a bit of a knock as well, but I should have really brought Gordon off and Joe Linton as early as he had. I know neither of them were playing that well, and it's good to show that you've got the squad there, but I don't know, I just felt the team that finished the game was weaker than the team that started the game, and that's despite there being a strong bench. So I just thought it was sad that you're searching a goal, you're searching control of the game, and you've got guys like Gordon, Joe Linton, Bruno, of course he was injured, but all sat on the sidelines, and I think that was kind of systematic of what happened tonight. So not great. The first goal, terrible defending. First goal Newcastle have conceded from a corner all season. The first goal West Ham have scored from a corner all season. Souček pretty much had to duck down to score it. Why you would leave him free? He's brilliant in the air, and you have to say it was poor from, I think it was Lloyd Kelly. I'd need to see it again, but I think it was Lloyd Kelly. And you know, if it's Dan Burns, man, he's not scoring that. And I think it's, you know, times like that where you realise what Dan Burn brings to the team in terms of his defending off set pieces. And Eddie Howe said that a number of times before, that, you know, one of the main reasons he plays is how good he is in both areas. So yeah, look, really bad goal. Newcastle didn't recover from it. Second goal was bad as well. The shot from Wan-Bissaka didn't carry that much power, and it just kind of squeaked in off the post. Yes, very accurate, but could Pope have done better, perhaps, if he's honest. Yeah, just two bad goals. I just did not see that performance coming at all. Really thought Newcastle would win tonight, and fairly comfortably. I thought they'd win it by at least a couple of goals. But this league's got a funny way of just kind of biting you in the bum at the moment. Some of the results that are going around just now are crazy, absolutely crazy, and that's another one tonight. There's like a couple of points separating about 6 or 7 teams there, and I just think Newcastle need to try and break clear of that, and games like this tonight is a perfect opportunity to do that. So for them to slip up and let this go, that one's going to rankle for a while. I feel the international break came at the wrong time. Had this game been a week ago, I don't think that would have probably happened tonight. I think the break really hasn't helped at all. Come at the wrong time, as I say, and I don't know if maybe the players just, you know, that the confidence from 2 weeks ago maybe just seeped a little bit, and had that game come quickly after Forest, it probably would have come out the traps a lot quicker there. One thing I also want to say, I thought the flag display for Alexander Isak before the game was phenomenal. It's as good a one as I've seen. The colours were unbelievable. It was just a real sight to behold. But sadly, it seems to, I don't know if it's a bit of a jinx, because it wasn't a good night for him after that. So a shame for the whole situation, but really good. Again, great effort from War Flags, and you know, they were probably the best performer on the night. So yeah, look, I think Eddie Howe's got some questions to answer there, without doubt, in terms of the performance, the pressing, just the whole performance from defence to front. And then obviously a bit about the substitutions and stuff as well, and why they were made, because I think that display has just left more questions than answers, and it's really strange that these performances have just suddenly come out of nowhere this season. You know, I think Newcastle, even last season with all their injuries, probably would have won that game. So there we are, guys, that's my instant reaction to that. Probably a lot more that could be said, but a lot of players off tonight. Gordon was off, having played brilliant for England. Tino was okay. I thought Hall was okay. I thought Joe Linton was poor. It was poor first half. Isak, in glimpses, forgot at times in the second half, forgot he was playing. And then, yeah, there was a bit of desperation with the likes of, you know, subs being thrown on at the end, and the game had gone by then. They'd lost complete control of it. So that's my thoughts, guys. Leave yours below, and I will speak to you on the next one. Take care. Good night.